Hello and welcome to Critical Strike, episode 90. I'm Josh, and here with me is Kyle.
Hello.
And Billy.
Yep.
Yep.
That's my St. Patrick's leprechaun impression.
Yep.
Fuck off.
That is the worst leprechaun ever.
Yeah, Kyle, do an Irish accent for us.
No.
Well, I imagine they'd be pretty cool. They'd just be kind of laid back. They got a bunch of gold. They don't do shit. They don't have jobs. Yep.
Well, their job is to trick people.
Yeah. They're fucking...
They're con artists.
Yeah. Wait, what are you trying to say, fuckface?
What?
I'm Irish. Are you telling me I'm a fucking con artist?
Are you like a real Irish, or does this begin the false Irish accent time of the day?
My grandmother was from Ireland.
So you're a quarter?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you like something weird, like 5/8 or something?
Sure.
Cool.
If you want to get into measurements, sure. Speaking of measurements, how's your butt, Kyle?
It's okay. Or at least status is unknown.
Do you want to go into any more detail?
Nah, I get checked out. I get like the whole camera work in 2 weeks, so I'll know more then.
And we will too.
Yes, you will.
Does the camera have like little tank tracks on it or something to do its thing? We'll say.
I don't know. I've never seen one, but I'll definitely let you know.
It'll be the last thing you see as you black out.
It'd be great if it had little pincers on it. That way it's like pinching him as it's going in. It's just like, yeah. And he's just sitting there the whole time going, oh.
I'm going to imagine it's like that thing in the Matrix that pushes its ways through his belly button.
Oh,
yeah, that's actually what I was picturing. Except it's got a big-ass cord.
It's like a prawn. It's a mechanical prawn.
Oh just
man.
Crawls in there.
Just goes in and tears you apart, right?
It is a terrible feeling.
Well, at least it's going down your throat.
No, there's one going in his butt, too.
I know. I just wanted to allude to the fact that he's getting DP'd.
I don't think it's going to happen at the same time.
It has to, Kyle.
Oh,
they have
dude,
to
it
meet up,
has
do
to.
a high five, and pull out.
Yeah, like they have to. Like one doctor's on one side, the other's in the other one, and they're just meeting in the middle. It's almost like that scene from whatever that cartoon is where they're eating spaghetti together and they get to the middle.
Lady in the Tramp, Josh.
Sure. So
I'd say more like
it's one of the most
tunnels.
iconic moments in animated film.
Same thing. You know what I'm
And
talking
you
about.
didn't know what movie it was from?
So they're just rubbing their cameras through, and like the whole time they're like the one that's on like going through your mouth is like teabagging you, and then like they just meet in the middle, sitting on your stomach while they're kissing.
So is one going to find a meatball in my stomach and nudge it over to the other one?
Yeah, with his
it's-
cock.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
Things have gotten very sexual and maybe a slight bit violent.
Yeah, that's how we roll here at Critical Strike. So has anything interesting happened with either of you though throughout the weeks?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Just work.
Yep.
Now, this is like the most boring episode ever. We have like no oomph to start up with.
Yeah, we didn't have the whole thing that happened last episode.
What was the thing last episode?
The blood coming out.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's why I was hoping like something happened. Like the scene from Alien or something where it came through your stomach or something.
I ran over some school kids the other day.
Nice.
That was pretty fun.
Cool.
Did you free that lady who was in your basement yet?
No.
You have a lady in your basement?
Yeah, she's quiet. Can't you tell?
Well, she is gagged, and I mean, you really just hit her once in a while just to keep her quiet, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Why do you have a lady in your basement?
I don't know.
Do you tie her hands in the front or in the back?
I switch it up.
I like it. The back is way better because then it's much harder for them to actually get out of that.
Kyle saying things like, I like it in the back much better. It just makes it so much more glorious considering he's getting DP'd.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny if they did, bind your hands.
You really need to watch what you say for the next couple of weeks, dude.
Why?
At least
You're
around
the only
me.
one with a vested interest in
Yeah,
me getting DP'd.
At least with me, you have to just
Kind of
watch
making
me.
me a little worried about you, Josh.
Well,
You're gonna be in the hotel room at PAX, and you're gonna wake up with him breathing over you, and he's like, tell me how they went in. Is it slow? Do they ease it in a little bit? Give you a couple tummy kisses?
and I'm like, was it like this?
Oh, man.
It's frightening because where's the other one in order to get DP'd?
Nancy.
She does have lots of tongs.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, baster.
Oh, man. I was watching
like
Inner
a
Space
clown
last
nose
night,
for your
too.
ass,
So
Kyle.
this, like, all I'm picturing now is somebody floating around inside of Kyle.
So, Josh, you want to talk about MotorStorm, right?
No, actually, I don't. So,
that's
Kyle,
right.
what have you been up to lately?
Oh, man.
Want to save mine for last because you're going to kind of want to sign out.
No.
Because all I'm going to be, all right, fine. I'll just talk about Mass Effect 3 for 20 minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to go play a Vita game.
Well, we can save it till the end.
Nope, happening now.
Why are you being so unreasonable?
That's how I am, though. All right, fine. If you guys want me to go first, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the least this time anyways. It makes sense.
Well, because Journey is a little bit, people have played Mass Effect, but I don't think a lot of people have played that. So, in case they sign out early.
Yeah, I mean, Journey, it's another game from that game company. The same team that did Flower and Flow and all those artsy-fartsy games on the PlayStation. And this one is really no different. I mean, there is no point to the game, really. It's not even so much of a game. It's more of it's weird to say, but it's an experience. But basically, you start off and you're this little dude, and you're in a completely deserted area. There's nothing around you except for sand. And your goal is to get to a mountain that you can see at the very, foreground of the picture. And as you're going along, you have this scarf that's growing as you're collecting, I would say, power-ups, basically. And what that scarf does is it allows you to jump or fly through the air. So the longer it is, the longer that you can jump up and stay in the air as well. So it allows you to do certain things like, puzzles and all of that. And it's got a really cool component to it. It's got like an online component, but it's not really like a multiplayer in the way that like I can't hook up with Mick and we can go through it together. It's completely random.
There's a person there, but you have no idea who they are, and they can do anything they want, basically.
Exactly. You can't communicate with them in any way. You never see their gamer tag or anything. You have no clue. Yeah, you have no clue who this person is. So
I've actually been playing with Josh a lot. He just doesn't know it.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
I have, Josh.
No, you haven't. Because at the end, it tells you who you've been going through the journey with.
I know. That's my new name. That's my new gamer tag, MeowFan112.
I never saw Meowfan 112.
Don't you lie.
Never, not once, saw Meowfan 112. And so basically, it's you're just going through this journey of different sections of this game to get to that mountain at the end. And there's, like I said, there's puzzles throughout it where you have to find a way to connect X mountain to X mountain so you can get up on the top and go through. There's really no enemies in the game at all, except for there's like these weird dragons that'll fly around and they try to eat your scarf. That way, making you so you can't jump, basically disabling you.
Nothing worse than scarf-eating dragons.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously, those guys are kind of dicks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a really cool game, and it's mainly, like I said, an experience because it's weird going through a game where you can't talk to somebody or like try to set anything up, and like they're staying with you the entire time. So like there was a point in a later level where it's raining and there's lightning everywhere, and you're being pushed back by the wind, and so I mistimed something, so I got knocked back by the wind. Basically back to the beginning of that area. And the guy came back for me without me saying anything or doing anything. He just walked back to me rather than like pursuing ahead.
I came back for you, Josh.
Yeah, well, Bill came back for me and we completed the area together. But that's just weird that like this dude doesn't know me. We have, we couldn't communicate, but yet he came back to get me, basically.
Is there like a
cool
pop-up that comes up and it's like, hey, this person's lagging behind?
No, not at all. There is no, like, communication anywhere, basically. It's like just you, but he happens to be there.
So I could hop on and just walk behind someone, basically doing like I'm not touching you, but I'm not touching you.
Exactly. You can do that. Yep. And like, there's a point where those dragons are going around, and what they do is they create a spotlight on the ground, basically searching for you. And if you get into the spotlight, then obviously it knows where you are, and it will come down and attack you. So you have to hide in these little caves and wait for the spotlight to go over. And the guy...
Do you mean Sauron's eye?
Sure. Fucking nerd. And
don't act like this isn't a Frodo and Sam game.
It kind of is. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You are on a journey
trying to get to Mount Doom.
Yeah, basically. That's basically what it is. And
a lot of homosexual subtext.
Hairy feet.
There is no text, Kyle. None. Anyway, so he happened to, like, part of his body was hanging out of the cave, so that he was caught in the spotlight, and the dragon came down and attacked him. So, like, I went to the next one, and kind of ran in a spotlight to distract it so he can get further ahead. And it's like just weird that like I happened to do that to help this guy who I have no clue who this is.
Well, you are a fan of the reach around. It's not surprising you'd help others in need.
Oh, Christ. I don't know. It's weird. It's not a game per se because like you're not doing anything other than traveling. But like there are some gorgeous moments in it. Like there's a part where it's almost like SSX in the desert where you're sliding down sand, and like just the camera angle with the sun, like all of a sudden now the sand is like almost glowing brown, like it's golden, and it just looks fucking gorgeous. Like I actually streamed my entire second playthrough of it on twitch.tv, and I uploaded it to YouTube as well. So like it's a really short game. It's I think my second playthrough was only like an hour and a half long.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I absolutely love it. Like the way the music works with it, and the way the companion system works, because you don't know who these guys are. But I got knocked off of a building and fell all the way down to the bottom, and the guy actually came down with me. Like he jumped down to keep up with me.
Huh.
It's just fucking crazy, dude. I can't like praise this game enough because it's an experience, and it never got dull at any point. Like as you're going forward, like the sections kept getting a little bit more tricky where you had to like think of how to get up to the top of this area and all that. So it does have like some parts where it makes you think, but most of the part you're just pressing up and walking.
Does the game change at all from playthrough to playthrough?
No. No. But
How much was this?
I think it was like, for PlayStation Plus people, it was like $7 or $6.
So probably $10. That doesn't seem too unreasonable for just a little short experience.
No, and that's all it was. It was an experience. And it's a game that like I said, I've played through twice already, and I already want to go through it a couple more times. Just because the variances in the levels are really cool too. Like, so at one point you're in a complete desert. There is nothing but mountains of sand everywhere. And then the next one, you're in snow. And then the next one it's raining and you're in like a field. So it's a very cool looking game too. So I like it.
Interesting.
But what's sad is that, I don't think many people will like it at all because I've already heard, well, what's the point? And blah, blah, blah. There's no point to it. Just sit down and enjoy it. It's a good, relaxing game.
What happens when you get to the mountain? Spoilers.
It's the end of the game. Like
it just quits?
It just ends?
No, well, okay, spoilers.
I'm never going to play this, Josh, so you can tell me.
It's basically like the way like I'm taking it is you're striving to join with like your people or your gods or whatever, basically. And so like there's little cutscenes in between every level that you're standing in front of almost like a deity, and he's looking down at you and showing you the path. And so at the very end, when you get through these giant cliffs that lead you into the mountain, like all of a sudden it becomes like almost you're in heaven, basically. Like there's waterfalls everywhere and clouds, and all of a sudden you can fly. So you're basically flying from area to area and going over these awesome looking environments, and then you're finally with all your people. So that's how it ends. And then like it goes through all the credits and everything, and at the very end it says, companions you've met along the way, and it lists each person that you've gone through the game with.
Are there any achievements?
Yeah. Yep.
So you could argue that that's the point. I mean, you can at least strive for some of the trophies.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, the point was to get basically to point A to point B, which is the game, basically. You know, it's that game company's games never really have a point as far as I know. It's basically to experience it and to relax. Like nobody ever played Flow to, try to win a fight in something, against another germ-looking creature. It's basically
I did that.
Well, you're an idiot.
I counted all the petals I got in Flower. I mean, for me, it was all about points.
Okay, well, they're just relaxing games.
Yeah, they're relaxing experiences, and there's nothing wrong with them.
No, not at all. And like I said, this is probably one of the best looking games I've played. Like the art style that they have, it's just gorgeous. It's a weird combination of like cell shading with like real graphics. So I like it a lot. Yeah, so it's not too expensive, and I love it. That's all cool. I got. So, Bill.
See.
You're a hooker.
I only sometimes.
You're a hooker!
Oh, I do love that movie. I should watch that tomorrow.
What?
Grandma's Boy.
Oh.
It's so bad, but there's so many little one-liners that are just part of my normal speech patterns. I love that show. For
some reason, like, Bill and I have been doing the You're a hooker back and forth for years.
Yeah, that part's not even that funny. It's just, for some reason, it sticks.
Well, it's like Bill's having a bad day, I'll send him that clip, and then he has a smile.
My favorite is the kind of sarcastic answer when, like, someone in my office tells me they're going to do something. I was like, I'm sure you are. And it just adds this kind of question to whatever they just said, and they usually just trail off. It's pretty good.
Well, my favorite of that clip is the Pokemon version of it on YouTube. So here's Pikachu looking at Ash and saying, "You're a hooker."
Well, they are whores, Josh.
Yeah.
Where do I start?
I don't know. Maybe you use your voice and you say something, fuckface.
What?
This is a very somber and like laid back episode of Critical Strike. It's really
I'm concerned about Kyle, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a happy face to all of this, but we're all thinking it.
Well, awesome
AIDS is a serious thing.
How awesome would it be if, like, they put a light that rotated around on the camera, and when they stuck it in Kyle, they're like, "Yeah, I'll show you a dick house."
Where did Dick House come from?
I just wanted to bring Dick House back up. My bad.
You've got a little, like, fridge magnet or, like, a little model in your room, don't you?
Yeah.
Huh?
I told you I'm going to be making them.
Did you make a little model Dick House that your kitties chase the light around and you just dance to the Dick House?
You enjoy that Dick House. You enjoy it.
Oh, well, I'll try and liven things up then. So I played the Ghost Recon beta.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
On Steam?
On PC.
Or is it? Okay, yeah.
On the PC. David sent me his code because he didn't have time. So I got another one by email if either of you actually want to play it. I'll give it to you.
I'd be somewhat interested in it.
It's, if you go into it with this in mind, is they shouldn't call this Ghost Recon. And so just get the name out of your head and just think, hey, here's an online shooter that you're going to want to try and play. It's not that bad. It's kind of future-y, and it has all these little weird things where your squad mates, as you're traveling around the map, when you get close to them, there's like these blue laser lines that kind of connect you all so you can see who's in your squad. And when you're having those things happen, you get little perks.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say it seems a bit kind of like the SOCON games of late, where you've got cover, it's not real fast, and guys go down a little bit easier than a lot of the other shooters out there. It's not terrible.
So it's not as tactical as previous Ghost Recon games are?
No. That's just get the Ghost Recon name out of your mind, and you can have a little bit of fun with it. Because if you go, the whole thing with them, they should have renamed it because so many people like yourself would think, I don't want to play a game like that.
Yeah, because that's like when you were saying that you had a code, I was like, I've never really liked those tactical shooters that much. So would you say it's more like MAG, basically?
There's a little bit of that in it. I mean, it's a lot closer to the last SOCOM game because of the cover. Yeah. So, like, you can hide behind little low walls or around corners a lot better. Mm-hmm. And they just shouldn't call it Ghost Recon. And I think that it would maybe have gotten a little bit more of a hype. Like a new shooter from Ubisoft would have so much more pull than Ghost Recon.
Yeah, but at this point, they're just using the name to try to sell it, basically.
Yeah, but so many people are fucking tired of it. And it just, I don't know. Like, maybe the console game's going to have, it's obviously going to be a little bit different. But, Like the map that I only played like the same map a few times, and it just, the sniper class seems stupid because there was so many ways around all of the big open spaces. So I just kind of picked the stock dude bro assault rifle guy. And yeah, I had a little bit of fun with it because, I mean, I'm not a moron that just runs around, so I'm kind of methodical. Well, yeah, that's true.
Well.
But I'm a little bit slower about working my way through buildings and corridors and hallways and tunnels. So, you know, you could tell there's some guys in there that play like a lot of like the Call of Duty or Battlefield games where they're just running around like with their heads cut off and they just get mowed down.
Yeah, I'd probably be trying that out.
I'm not a fan of all of the, you know, the Call of Duty-ish leveling points and things when you finish
they
a
do
round.
that too?
Yeah, there's all those bings and bells and this and that. And yeah, I mean, all that's there.
Is it wrong of me that, like, I just want, like, Unreal Tournament or Quake to just come back and, like, take a shit in everything's faces and, like, go back to actually having, like, good online shooters that I liked back then?
Well, when they released that Unreal Black? Nobody really played it. Like, I bought that day one on the PlayStation, the mods. I played the hell out of it.
It's because it was on the PlayStation. I want to play them on the PC.
Well, I didn't have a PC that could run it at the time, but I mean, no one bought that. It just
because it was on the PlayStation. I wanted to play it on the PC.
Well, it was on the PC and the Xbox as well.
Oh, right. I have it on the PC, and I've played it on the PC.
Yeah, it doesn't sell anymore, you know?
I just prefer those types of shooters. I like Twitch shooters, basically, as they call them.
Yeah.
You know, I like
there's
those.
no reward. That's why. There's no feedback. There's nothing to keep people to keep playing.
Yeah.
Well, people are fucking stupid.
Well, no, people have realized that they like to work towards something.
Those games were basically like, I'm going to try to hone my skill, and now like they need a little carrot on a stick that gives them better weapons rather than honing their skills.
Yeah, I guess in my mind, I think that for people like myself, they just haven't quite found that leveling system that works for me in shooters. Like unlocking guns, it was okay for a bit, but now it's just annoying because the better ones are later and you just get killed all the time. And all of the perks in Call of Duty to me just seem cheap. Like they haven't found something that I want to work for that doesn't affect gameplay.
That's what I'm saying though. All these perks and better weapons and all that are just a way of hiding how bad people suck.
Yes and no, because you can't really get those perks unless you are better.
Yeah, you can if you just keep grinding and losing.
Well, those types. I'm talking about the ones like in Call of Duty with like the kill streaks and stuff.
Oh, sure, but I'm talking about like perks that you put in your loadout and stuff before you go into a game.
Yeah,
all that's just shit that they like. Whatever it was in Call of Duty 4, where whenever you got killed, you just dropped a grenade and shit like that. It's just stupid, you know. Whatever happened, just running by and killing somebody and moving on.
Yeah,
this is grumpy old Josh, basically.
Well, I go through that a lot, you know, because to me, again, they shouldn't call this Ghost Recon because whatever the fuck this is, it's not Ghost Recon.
Yeah,
like any bit of soul, like Gra 2 still had, you know, like we'll say Grandpappy's influence in there, and all of that's gone now. That's gone.
Nah.
So I mean. When Flashpoint came out, there's a place for that. People were excited to play that. It just wasn't a very good game.
Yeah,
there's a lot of failures in it. So I think that there's still space for something like that. And if they're going to not put the full game on the PC, they should have at least made this a little bit, you know, different.
Yeah.
I think this is just the online component of the console game.
And I'm not against like the Call of Duty style shooter or the Flashpoint or Gra type shooters at all. It's just I hate how now everybody's trying to do that. Everybody, you have to have a level and you have to be here and experience. Go back to where's the games where you just killed people? Like the last good one that I played, like in that Twitch style shooter of Quake and all of that, was Painkiller.
Painkiller, he says.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Painkiller had a very.
You know what though? I mean, to be fair, if you look at Bulletstorm.
Yeah.
Bulletstorm was kind of that, but because they wrapped it with all of the stupid man bro stuff, people got turned off on it, but
it was a great game to the core. That
game was fun as shit, yeah.
And that's what I love. I love games like that. I don't like the earning experience. I don't want RPG in my shooters. Basically.
I really wish that they would come out with a Bulletstorm 2 and have a pretty kick-ass version with some co-op in it, where we could all just sit there and just mayhem. You know, I mean,
definitely.
That would be a good... What about, you don't like it, Kyle, what's the game with all the guns? There's like hundreds and hundreds of guns. The second one's Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's kind of
I
the
played the
same.
shit out of Borderlands.
Yeah. Borderlands isn't too far off, so maybe the next one, maybe we'll give you a touch of that.
The thing that I didn't like about Borderlands is, though, shooting didn't really matter because it had so much aim assist.
Yeah.
And it did have an RPG element to the shooting, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't all perks and stuff necessarily.
No, but you were getting different weapons. Like, what I'm talking about is, like, say, take Quake, for instance, is you had a fucking nail gun, a rail gun, a lightning gun, and stuff like that. Not like, a shotgun with +2, aim +5, blah, blah, blah. No,
Yeah. Well, either way, if either of you want the code for Ghost Recon, it's yours. It's
I'd be
worth a
interested in
shot.
trying.
Yeah, I'll remind me when we're done, and I'll shoot you the code over.
Or I'll just shoot you an email at some point, yeah.
Cool. I played a Sura's Wrath demo.
And I know nothing about this.
Neither of you know what that is?
I'm aware of it. I don't know what it is.
It's that came out maybe like a month ago. It's kind of the weird, cel-shaded, crazy QuickTime event Japanese game. The guy with the 6 arms and the yelling. Lots of cutscenes and stuff. Nothing?
No, nothing.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I played the demo. We'll move on.
Well, what did you think of it, though?
It's on my Gamefly queue.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
play it at some point here. It seems kind of neat. There's not a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of like cutscenes and cool stuff. It's almost like you're just playing an animated Japanese cartoon. And it's lots of yelling and violence and weird and sword fights and crazy battles and mayhem.
Well, I do like yelling and sword fights.
Actually, I think, like Josh, if you can get it cheap, it seems like something that you would be surprised to enjoy. That's kind of the vibe I was getting. Because so many people dislike it, but I think that you'll like it for all the reasons they don't.
What are you trying to say, fuckface? Is like, if people hate it, then I'm going to like it, and if people like it, I'm going to hate it?
Well, no, because you like...
people like this game. This game sucks.
Yeah, like, I'm that type. I'm that dude. How many games have I played that you guys love, too? Fuck you.
Josh, do you have a Crunchyroll account?
Yeah?
Do you like just, sometimes enjoying just stuff that's visually pleasing for no other reason that it just looks cool and it's awesome?
Sure, but you're saying something completely different.
Well,
like
what I'm saying
is
people don't like that. And that's why I kind of enjoy it, and that's why I think you'll enjoy it, because sometimes I just like to experience shit like that. It's neat. I just want to push a few buttons and watch cool shit happen.
You were alluding to something different.
Yeah, perhaps I was.
You fucking hooker.
Well, you should download it and see what you think, and then next week you can be like, I can't believe you thought I would like that.
Now I'm going to be like...
We were going to talk about Kyle's age, but now we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, now it's going to be like, well, you like this? Well, I fucking hate it. You're a piece of shit.
That's all you're going to talk about at PAX. Did you go play any games? No.
Fucking hated them all.
Fucking hate Asura's Wrath.
Fucking hate this hotel, and I fucking hate this place. I'm leaving.
Everything sucks.
I'm gonna go hang out at the Doubletree. No one's hanging out there.
Speaking of, Kyle, have you gotten your hotel confirmation yet?
I got that hotel confirmation like 4 months ago when I made the reservation.
No, not from OnPeak. OnPeak doesn't give you a confirmation. They give you a confirmation from their site, but not a hotel one, because there's a lot of times where they overbook and then people get bumped to a different Westin. So you might want to look into that.
What the fuck is on Peak?
It's a hotel service that PAX uses.
How do you get that reservation email? Do you just look
You
it
go
up
to the
on
website. I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay, because now I'm very worried.
No, let's explain the hotel registration process.
No, because you like hotels and I hate them.
Me?
What?
What?
Where did that come from?
Because everything that people like, I have to hate. All right, fuck you. Go on, Bill.
I hate you all.
I'm a very angry Josh today.
Hey, Josh, you want some pizza rolls?
I hate pizza.
Yeah, you should watch some of those, Josh. You'd get a kick out of them.
Wait, what should I watch?
The Red Letter Media reviews.
Is that the Star Wars one that you linked me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have that page open. I planned on watching it, but in 2 weeks I never
Two
did.
weeks ago. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Do you
It's
never
still-
close your browsers? That's got to be like destroying.
RAM. What browser do you use?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I do what I do, Kyle.
Don't be worried about what I'm doing.
If that's Firefox, you're probably eating up like half your RAM.
I mean, if it's Chrome, you probably have nothing left.
Don't be worrying about what I'm doing.
I used to think Chrome was like Chrome is fine for like popping up a quick search. But if you have multiple things open and you just happen to look at your task manager and see the 19 different Chrome things running, that thing's a system hog.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm full Firefox again. Fuck Chrome. It's fine to like pop on and look at something super quick, but it's not for
So let's talk about cunts.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, so what's up with you, Josh?
Zing!
I knew that was coming anyway. So, anyways, let's talk about your headphones, Bill.
For everyone out there, and this is dead serious, if you sell anything on Amazon, they don't alert you to this, but you make damn sure from here on out that if you're wanting to sell something, you're willing to pay for adult signature required through the post office or UPS or FedEx. Because there is zero buyer protection through Amazon, or zero seller protection through Amazon. None. If you sell something used, they can write Amazon a letter and say, this isn't exactly as described. You lose your money and the product. They don't do anything to make them send it back. They don't hold the money until they send it back. Nothing. It's just refunded cash, game over. And mine's not even that. Mine just took a slightly longer process to send to fucking Hawaii in the middle of the fucking Pacific Ocean. And he claimed that they refunded him the money. And now I'm hoping he sends the headphones back.
Wow.
Yeah. Do not sell anything on Amazon unless you're willing to pay for an expensive shipping with a signature required, because that's the only way you have any chance of winning a debate. And that doesn't guarantee anything. They can still just go, sorry, you're out. Maybe he sends it back. Let's hope so, huh?
Yeah,
but why the fuck would anyone?
Another terrible thing about selling on Amazon is the $4 shipping credit they give you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. So to get the proper one that you might have a chance to win in a dispute, you've got to drop, what, $15-20? I don't even know. But all in all, I sent some headphones. They sit in a crate in California until the crate's full before they, ship over the sea. And I went through a whole process telling him we tracked it down. I opened a case with the post office. I got a YouTube video where I just recorded me talking to them. Like he knew it was on the way. On the 30th day, the moment he could claim it, he claimed it. So now headphones are his, money is his, and here I sit. Yep.
So you have his address. When are you going to go murder him?
It's a joke I made to Josh. I thought about just starting to send random things that make no sense, like ordering some like garlic bread from like Domino's and just mailing that, and just random things start showing up. Yeah.
So why would somebody send me moldy bread?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've calmed down a lot about the situation, but I was genuinely pissed. Like I'm teetering on opening up a complaint with the Better Business Bureau for them not making it blatantly clear that you have to do this type of shipping. Because to me, it's bad business practice. When they give you a $4 credit, the guy pays for the cheapest shipping, but there's zero seller protection, and they don't make that blatantly clear that this is going at your own risk. Yeah, it's fuck Amazon. I love buying things from them, but I'll never sell anything through them again. Done.
This is why I don't sell things online.
Yeah, but places like eBay, they would hold the money until they return it, because that's how a normal good business practice would work, right?
I don't know. I never sell things anyways.
Mm. Well, either way, if you're going to sell something on Amazon, be damn sure you're willing to either lose it or pay for some pretty spectacular shipping and hope for the best.
Yeah, you were all fired up about this the other day. It was great.
I believe me. Be glad I took a break from Twitter, because I was genuinely pissed off.
I was sitting there at work, and all of a sudden, like, I hear beep, 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 beep from my phone. It's just Bill fucking spamming me on G-Talk, like, acting all pissed off. It was great.
Well, Amazon can fuck off, man. Especially when, like, I have all of the tracking information. It's on its way. I'd been in contact through their email service the entire time. And the guy's like, it's not here on time. Well, here's your money. Hopefully he sends it back. That's what I got from him. So I'm out. $100 fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Well, at least you don't have those headphones to worry about anymore, right?
Yeah, it's fair. I'm over it a little bit now. So believe me, it doesn't sound like it, but I am. I've made peace with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I did, last thing quick, so to liven it up a little bit, I played Touch of Syndicate last night.
Man, it's funny we ran into the same situation with Gamefly.
I really wanted Armor Core. And
So did I.
I was debating taking and wiping my list out to try and get that. And I was like, these all say low. I'm never going to get any of these. I'm good. Nope. Syndicate Syndicate plays and feels like Deus Ex should have. Deus Ex could have kept all of the nerdy shit and the environment and story and perks, but the combat and gameplay should have felt like this. It seems pretty neat. I only played it for maybe half an hour, but it seems pretty cool.
That means 5 minutes in Bill's world.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm only interested in the multiplayer. I don't care for the single player.
What?
What's the multiplayer about? I haven't heard anything about that.
It's it's MMO-ish. It's a 4-person squad, and you just do objectives, and everyone's got special abilities and stuff like that.
Really?
Yep.
I still have a gold account.
I got mine on PS3.
Why are you such a queer?
Well, because I had the 360 and the...
First you play Mass Effect on the PlayStation, which you should be
He's not
slapping.
playing Mass Effect on the PlayStation?
Oh, you didn't?
No, it's on the 360.
Your save got corrupted on the Xbox too?
Yeah.
Jesus, BioWare sucks ass now. I thought that was only a Sony problem.
No, mine, it was after 12 hours. It was just like, oh, nope. Can't find the save.
That game's going back.
We're deleting
on Monday.
everything about this game.
No, that's it. It's going back. All right, Syndicate, we'll talk more about it next time. How's that? Maybe we'll get...
fair enough.
Yeah, okay. Kyle.
So, like, right off the bat, before I even talked about this, we talked about the save. My save got deleted, which is my BioWare curse.
Wow.
But it's really weird. I don't know how I feel about Mass Effect 3. Because there's really cool moments, and then there's really shitty moments.
That was... I mean, there was bad aspects of the first one, but I don't think I would exactly ever say that.
Okay, so the good things. They tightened up combat. It's really fun now. It's a similar situation, or similar play style as 2, except they just tightened up combat. So now everything flows nicely. You can go up and murder people. Melee is more important. You have different melee attacks. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today.
I blame the AIDS.
Yeah.
I like that Josh just walked out of the room.
It feels really short.
Really?
Yeah. Like, despite it being on 2 discs, I'm pretty sure I'm at the end of the game, and I've only put in 30 hours, I think.
That seems almost on par, though, doesn't it?
No. My 2 playthrough, I think, was at 45.
Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe it was. I was thinking it was like 32, 33, but maybe you're right. Wow. Well, tell me, does it seem all shooter and action focused now, though? I mean, you said you tightened it up, but is it more that's what they're all about?
No, it's still like all about the story and talking with people and figuring things out. It's sort of reached a nice balance. I'll put it that way.
That doesn't sound too bad, though.
So they introduce... It's kind of like an all-star game of Mass Effect 1 and 2 in terms of characters, and then they add some douchebag.
The Freddie Prinze Jr.?
I don't know. He looks like a fucking... Like, Gears of War accidentally was programmed into Mass Effect. Like this big, bulky Hispanic Marine with a faux hawk.
Like a Jersey Shore guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think, Freddie Prinze Jr.
God damn it.
Yeah, think about that now whenever he talks next to you.
Well, I don't talk to him. I specifically go out of my way not to actually acknowledge that he exists. Because he is so, like, testosterone-y and I'm a big, bulky Marine guy, and
Fuck all.
I like to screw around, and I'm kind of goofy. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I don't like you. Just stay down in the belly of the ship and stay there.
Go to your room, you fucking asshole.
So he hangs out with the gay mechanic co-pilot guy. I'm like, okay, you just hang out with the other Hispanic guy in the belly of the ship, because I'm racist.
Why don't you guys go lift heavy stuff over and over for a while, you dicks?
Actually, I think that's what they do.
Nice little sweaty mechanical room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little pictures of cats around, like it's Josh's room.
I don't think there's cats. They've changed the formula of how kind of just wandering around the ship works. Usually it's you complete a mission, you go, you talk to everybody has new stuff to say. It's not how it works now. Now they'll just shoot you an email and saying, hey, let's talk. I'm like, okay, that's nice. And everybody moves around the ship, so they're always in different locations, which is a nice touch. So Garrus isn't always calibrating the rifles or the giant cannons.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty decent improvement.
Yeah, but there's a lot of funny callback stuff to that.
Kyle, you're not making me very excited about this game.
Yeah, I know. No, because I just keep going back to all the shitty things I hate.
See,
all right,
this is why I have an unopened copy upstairs.
Okay, so let me go through the bad. It's buggy. It deleted my save, and I'm super worried now that I'm getting close to the end of the game that it's going to get corrupted again. Don't save during the middle of a mission if you're on the Citadel, because it will just stop the mission. It won't acknowledge that it's completed, and it will just never end, and you can't complete it.
That's convenient.
That's actually very upsetting to me. So I'm down 2 fleets because of that mission, or because it bugged out twice in similar ways. So that was really exciting. Let's see, what else is wrong? There's that whole character guy that I talked to you about earlier. That's pissing me off. Another thing is, despite your actions, like the story is going to go through with something anyway. So there's this assassin guy that you fight, and despite the fact that you kick the shit out of him, he's like, "Oh, you guys suck. Here's a gun. Now I'm stealing the shit and running away. And you're pansies. You couldn't do anything to me." Like, no, I shot you in the head once, and you immediately ran back to your ship. You pansy. That's shit that pisses me off.
That's not very well. That's things like that have always kind of been in.
It's part of the story, and I get it, but that just pisses me off. That no, you're a fucking bitch, and I ruined you.
Tell you what, this sounds like a great game.
Yeah, switching between the discs is a pain in the ass.
Wait, you don't just do it once?
No, you do it several times. Depending on the actions that you've taken in the previous games, that information is stored on different discs. For the most part, I'm on disc 2, but for the first half of the game, I was switching between disc 1 and 2 about every 45 minutes or so.
Yuck. We need new consoles, and they just need to upgrade every year for $500, and no one can bitch about it because they buy Apple's crappy products. Just upgrade the shit once a year from now on, so that this type of thing goes away.
I would try to be snarky and say, well, the PlayStation one is one disc, but that thing is a fucking mess.
Yeah. Apparently they're both a mess, though. I was all excited to be a dick about it, but clearly it's just BioWare getting their asses handed to them.
Mike was talking about it last night. We were all on Skype, and there were points where if he has a certain character in his party, like whenever that character does something, he said it would like freeze for like 4 seconds every time.
Oh, that hasn't happened to me.
Yeah, he says it freezes all the time. I was on there one time when it hard locked his machine, and then like when he booted back up, it said like it had to run basically a check disk on his drive
he said that on the player one.
Yeah, it's a fucking mess, dude. It is a real mess. I mean, it's nice that it's one disc. If you can get an RPG to one disc, then do it. But Yeah, like BioWare is a horrible, horrible company. And now I'm going to go quiet again.
Yeah. The thing that pissed me off by far the most. So DLC characters in Mass Effect 2, they all show up and they play parts. During
DLC characters?
Yeah, DLC characters.
So like the guy with all the scars?
Yep. He helps out during a mission. You meet the autistic guy from Overlord and the assassin chick if you bought the DLC. She shows up. I did not buy the Assassin Chick DLC, and it turns out if you didn't have her in the party during one mission, the Hanar homeworld explodes. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't buy some stuff from us a couple years ago because you were broke? Fuck you.
Exactly.
So tell me the things that I don't like about it, but what's the deal with like the multiplayer points or some shit? Do you know how that works now fully? Like,
Yeah. It's so during the single player campaign, you gather your army and then you're assigned a point value. Then you have a galaxy readiness rating, which is how well you do in the multiplayer. So if you're at 86%, the number in the first player is at 86% effectiveness. So it's 86% of that number. So you have a 5,000 rating, you're at, 50%, you're at 2,500 in the game.
This sounds terrible.
But
what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. That's what it says. Multiplayer's simple. It's fun. Multiplayer's actually really fun. I've been playing that quite a bit.
Isn't it just like a horde mode?
Yeah, it's like a horde mode, but you have all these different classes and characters that do different things.
Mm.
So
well, the fun part is they're making a full-on shooter, though.
Yeah. You
So
could be
this
a
is
big-ass
practice.
Krogan and do nothing but melee people to death in one hit, which is really fun. And then you get perks because of that, or bonuses because of that.
Fuck this game.
What?
So, all in all, you have no excitement for this.
I'm middle of the road. Like I said, the awesome parts are really awesome. Like, it's all these callbacks to all these different characters, and they all come back and they help you. It's really sucks when they possibly die for certain things that you choose or don't choose. Like, all this shit's happening. So far, it's wrapping up a lot of the aspects of the plot up nicely, and I have not hit the ending. Not yet.
Well, what I will say, Kyle, is I'm pretty excited for you to be able to get your hands on The Witcher 2 here, maybe like a month on the Xbox.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Because the way they handle actual decisions and consequences, when you play that, you'll just kind of be like I am, where, oh, that needs to be like this from now on. Because this is how it's supposed to work.
Well, it's sort of crazy how all the choices, it seems like I made all the right choices in 1 and 2 because all this shit is just falling into place in the third game.
Yeah, I have 2 games completed on the good side, 1.5 on the bad. Maybe I'll just go finish the evil playthrough and get my Mass Effect fix from that. I haven't finished all the DLC, and I didn't finish the DLC on like my main game save. So does that mean I'm going to get kind of fucked over on the third one?
No.
Except for a planet exploding?
Yeah. I mean, I looked it up after. So my first playthrough, I made the choice. I sided with one guy, and this Hanar blew up his home planet because he's a crazy son of a bitch. It doesn't really affect you. It doesn't affect you much. It's just a blow to go, oh, I hit the trigger and now the Hanar homeworld blow up.
Interesting.
In the third game, all the right trigger pulls, so I don't know what the fuck that thing is, the evil trigger pull, something
Sure.
bad, catastrophically bad happens.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'll just continue with the evil one when I inevitably play this. Yeah, I don't know, Kyle. I was kind of hoping that you would be like, it's so great. It totally made up for my whole butt thing that day when I got that in my hands. All was
Christ.
forgotten.
So same day or release date delivery means 6 p.m. here. So I got done with my doctor's appointment at 10:30, and then there was nothing to do.
Oh,
But
that
wait.
sucks.
Oh,
Release
man.
day delivery means like 11 o'clock a.m. here.
Really?
Yeah, I get it early.
Yeah, my Amazon stuff's usually here by the time I get home for lunch, but all of my normal, just like 2-day shipping stuff, it shows up at like 5:30, which is great for me. So I'm here when it gets here. It's kind of nice.
Everything always shows up for me right as I'm getting ready to leave for work, so then I can only imagine sitting here being able to play it.
Josh wants to play the Vita.
It's fucking horrible.
Hey, you didn't say anything about the Vita. You still digging that thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just haven't had much time to play games lately.
Yeah, I know how that goes. So Kyle's review of Mass Effect 3 is,
Play it
well, if you want to play it and stuff, I guess, sometimes
if you want to
maybe.
restart your machine 90 times, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's just be prepared for some really bad parts. But also be prepared for
Can
some
you
really
not
awesome
have
parts.
multiple saves, though?
You can't. No, you can't have multiple. Well, yes, you can have multiple saves. You can save things to different.
So you didn't have multiple saves,
You
which
can
is why I
have-
got corrupted?
Yeah, I only save on one thing.
Kyle.
No,
Come on, you play JRPGs, you know better than that.
no, exactly. It's because I don't want to go, oh, I've made a bad choice. I want to go back. It's no. I've made my decisions. I'm going to live with them.
Look.
So you have no self-control.
What?
That's what I'm getting from it.
What? What?
Yeah.
Well, if you can't control yourself to just not and have backup saves, you have no self-control. This is why you have a crack problem that's causing your ass to bleed. No, I can understand that, Kyle. Because I don't have any self-control. I'm not criticizing. I replayed 3 hours in a couple games here this year where I'm just like, no, I'm not living with that. Refresh.
Yeah, I just want to get rid of that temptation.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Speaking of temptation,
Now, if you
Kyle,
do that in a Bethesda game, I'll drive to whatever state you live in now and punch you in the face because that's just dumb.
if you play a Bethesda game, I'm going to drive to wherever you are and punch you in the face.
For all the people that have Skyrim on the PC, add the whole added sounds mod as well as the increased foliage and tree mod. It's kind of a game changer. All of the spaces aren't kind of barren. They're all covered in foliage and trees, and there's tons of cool sounds. Like when you're in caves, it's actually creepy now. It's pretty great. Just a quick one, sorry.
And another quick one, huh, Kyle? Diablo 3.
Oh yeah.
Getting that for free.
It's got a date, buddy.
Yep. Next month or 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, 2
It's not
months.
April.
Yeah.
Are you going Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm going Vita.
I actually think that would be a good Vita game, Josh.
No. It's PC. If you don't play it on PC, I will more than likely never talk to you again.
Wait, it's
Only if it has
launching
controller
on
support.
consoles?
Yeah, it's
It's in
I
the
think-
works. They just
yeah.
haven't really and technically announced it.
right.
Well, I'll own it on the PC because of the Blizzard thing. Or the WoW
the
thing.
World of Warcraft thing, yeah.
Yeah.
If you subscribe for a year, you get Diablo 3 for free.
But I'm not sure if my machine can run it. That's the thing.
You're in the beta, aren't you?
No.
Oh, yeah, you're one of those guys.
Look at this motherfucker. Not too long ago, Josh, I was looking, and both of you, maybe you can help. I was looking to, so I bought StarCraft 2 that time, and I was going to re-download it and maybe give it another shot to kind of get back into it because I still have my game saves.
Yeah.
So in the box copy that I bought, I don't have my little, I don't have the serial code in it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can re-download it without that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. It's tied to the game when you download it.
Yeah, but they were wanting that, and I couldn't find it.
I don't know. Anytime that I go to my account and I hit download, it's
Yeah,
right
but
there.
Bill, did you
Oh, no,
register
it
with...
lists your key.
Did you...
I should have. I mean, everything was there, I thought. I mean, I don't think you can play it without registering, right?
Well, it's tied to your Battle.net, and the key is tied to that. So, like, anytime that I've gone to Battle.net to re-download a game, it lists a key there.
So yeah, I might hit one of you up some night to try and walk me through that if I can't figure it out again.
just
Game is so
Battle.net and then manage my games, and you click on StarCraft 2, and it's right there.
I think he means the game, Kyle,
Oh. I don't have StarCraft 2.
because you're a bad person.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Diablo. And you can go back with your Mass Effect shit now. I'll go quiet.
No, I'm done. Play it if you like Mass Effect. It'll be worth it. Just be prepared for crappy parts.
I'm excited for the ending though, because I keep hearing it's a mess and people are angry, and I've kept away from it because I don't want spoilers because I know I'll inevitably play it. But
Yeah, I'm really confused about it too. These colors, I don't understand that.
I'm getting a hint that it's going to be some DLC shit. Like maybe the real ending doesn't happen without DLC or something. Is that what you're picking up on?
No, I think it's going to be like super absurd. Like they make, I don't know. I'm imagining something really terrible.
I hope Jesus comes out and tells Shepard that this is the way it has to be. All of your work has been for naught.
Have you played any more Final Fantasy 13 too, Bill?
I did, and I'm kind of stuck on some mini boss, and it kind of killed my interest until I sit down with one of you and have you tell me what I'm doing wrong, like a school child or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want me to ask the questions that I have right now?
No.
I didn't think so.
Let's just kill this.
Yeah.
So, Kyle.
Yeah, Josh?
Why don't you read off the question that we have there from MeowFan112?
Okay. We have a question from
awesome.
MeowFan112. So how bad will the Double Fine game suck? You know, the one that raised a few million.
I like how you had that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all say we liked Psychonauts, but I
never played Psychonauts.
Yeah,
I have also never played Psychonauts.
I mean, as the community, but I never finished it. It was like neat, but most of those games are terrible. There's a reason that they had to go and have their weird fans pay for the next games because they kind of suck.
I've never understood everybody's fascination with Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
I don't really like his sense of humor. I think he's a bumbling buffoon.
Brutal Legend was not good at all.
Yeah. He made some cool games back in the day in the point and click era, but I don't care for anything he's done.
What games did he make for point and click games?
He made all the old LucasArts games.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why you know of him.
Huh.
But then
Like Grim
there's...
Fandango and shit like that. But I've never really cared for any Tim Schafer games. Like this obsession that everybody has with him, I don't understand. I mean, I'm sure he's a really cool person. I've heard he's a really cool person, but like,
sure he is.
As far as like his sense of humor in his games go, it just does nothing for me. I have no attachment to his games, so I don't really care about this upcoming game.
I think he has great ideas, but the games aren't that good. I'm sorry, they're just not. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think I haven't played Brutal Legend.
Say what?
I haven't played that one.
It seems like it's going to be cool for a little bit and be okay, and then like this action kind of adventure game goes, oh, you should play a strategy RPG now that kind of sucks.
Well, didn't it go Tower Defense or something?
Yeah, like Tower Defense strategy bullshit. And
yeah, and it had Jack Black in it.
Yeah, because we were playing it here with one of my buddies, and we're like, oh, this is okay. And there's, I guess, we're having a bit of fun. And then it just gets all convoluted and complicated, and you got to manage all this shit and create forces and walls. Actually, Kyle, maybe you would like it.
Kyle likes convoluted things.
Yeah, I hate
Steel
Battalion.
Battalion.
But this is fun. Ugh, Kyle. Are you excited for that game?
For what game?
Steel Battalion with the Kinect?
No. I actually...
Don't fucking lie to us, Kyle.
I'm not lying. I saw a trailer because I'm like, oh my god, there's actually a trailer for this like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't fucking Steel Battalion. What the fuck is this shit?
Don't you dare call this Steel Battalion. You don't call that Ghost Recon, and you don't call this Steel Battalion.
And then it killed all of my interest in this game. And it was really, really sad.
And then he started bleeding out of his butt. It was weird, the connection between the two.
Well, Garnet Lee says when you grab at that lever, Kyle, it sees you're grabbing at that lever, and you can just pull it.
Like, the VTs don't even look like they're supposed to. Now they literally just look like tanks with legs. No, I'm not going to get it.
I'm buying it for you. I have to hear your impression. I'm buying it for you.
Don't buy this for me, Josh.
No, we're all just going to find a way to play Armored Core together is what's going to happen.
Yeah. That's what I'm freaking putting my mech money into. Armored Core and Reign of Thunder.
Oh, don't worry, because Steel Battalion will just randomly show up at your house one day. With a video camera.
Do you still have a Kinect?
No, it's on permanent loan to Nancy's family.
Okay, so a Kinect and Steel Battalion and a video camera will show up at your house one
I
day.
love that you're willing to buy a Kinect out of spite, Josh.
Oh, yeah, totally, dude. Just to hear his pain.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like me buying the $200 controller for the Xbox version. That's basically all it is, just to hear Kyle cry.
Interesting.
I'm going to be like that Cartman picture that I've seen where he's licking the tears off of somebody.
Bathe in your sadness.
Man.
I love that episode.
They won't show that. They've taken that off Netflix, that episode.
They took it off Netflix now?
Yeah.
Why is America filled with such pussies now? God damn it.
Anyways, thank you for the question, MeowFan112.
I have a feeling MeowFan112 is going to make some more appearances in the future.
So please leave us actual questions.
Hey, I
Kyle,
tried today. No one responded.
Kyle, why don't you tell them how they can get in contact with us so I never have to hear from MeowFan112 again?
You can
I'm going to get a random voicemail one day from MeowFan112 and it's just Bill with like a fucking thing over his mouth.
with a plug in his nose and a kazoo.
My question today is in regards to Kyle's assessment of Mass Effect 3. Now, I think it's a little bit too far to say that your consequences were in a row from the first two games, Kyle.
That's actually a really funny voice.
Sorry. Why don't you tell us how they can get in contact with us, Kyle?
All right. You could shoot us a tweet on the Twitter. Josh is at Nasro. I'm at Cara Dumont. Bill is at Billy Bill Black. And the podcast itself is at Critical Strike. You can leave us a voicemail at 909-C-Strike or 909-278-7453 or shoot us an email at cstrikepodcast@gmail.com. And how did MeowFan112 get in touch with us?
I found that Kyle's reading of the contact information was a little condescending.
Also, Platform Nation, there's lots of good shows on there. Lock and Load. The fanboys seem to be maybe picking up the slack a little bit and getting back on par for your FYI and the Rumble Pack.
And our good friends over at Double KO started releasing episodes again.
Yay, our favorite
happy
Kiwi
super
podcast.
time.
Yep.
That'll be cool.
In fact, they just released another one while we were recording.
Timed very appropriately.
Yeah, so I'm happy to have them back as well. So make sure you leave us an iTunes review, and we would really appreciate that. And, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
I found Josh's support of Apple to be very in line with Kyle's views on the world.
Josh has no support of Apple. Fuck you, Malfan. You've never even met Bruin. How dare you talk to me about him?
He's seen the pictures.
Yeah.
I know about your Flickr account with the cats, Josh.
It's like that lady's office in Harry Potter. There's kitty pictures everywhere. So big.
And they're all digital, so they move just the same way. Your house, the cops come showing up because they think you're growing pot from all the heat, and it's just all the kitty pictures.
And there's Josh perfectly mummified.
Oh, God. Scratching himself in the arm like Harry Potter.
I can't believe you've never brought that up, Bill. I can't believe you've never gone there.
What?
How many times have you watched Harry Potter putting words in their mouths, and yet you've never brought that segment up to me?
Well, you gotta save
God,
some
I
things,
forgot
keep
about
the
that.
crowd interested, you know? Oh,
And I like how
Jesus.
also at the very end of the show we wake up. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Pretend that's where you live.
Recording. That was the warning.
Fine, I'm recording too. Dick bag.
That was
I'm
the warning.
recording last.
Oh, Billy, you're the worst one this week.
What do you mean?
Well, you're
'Cause you're
recording.
last.
Yeah.
Dicks.